Hi, my name is Mark Boaz. I just wanted to show you some changes that we're making to the Hyperaudio Lite Editor, a way to edit down something that you have by using strike-throughs to remove the bits you don't want. This is just a classic sort of interactive transcript, but also editable. And so what we can also do is we can strike through some stuff. Now, let me see if I can find a good example. Let me strike through all of this and just kind of do an example of just striking through a word. Now the accuracy of this editing will depend on the word timings, so there's that to bear in mind. First of all, we can kind of check it by doing it live. So if I just press play.
More accessible through the creation of captions and interactive transcripts. We use the DeepGrab API, which produces high-quality transcripts.
So what you can see there is that there's a margin of error there on the timings, and even if it's like hundreds of milliseconds, that can make a difference. So your mileage will kind of vary, but we've got an idea of how to make that more accurate. Now this is just the kind of the test that you can do live to see if it's more or less going to work. So I'm kind of skipping their playhead in real time from one point to another, and that can also perhaps introduce a slight amount of lag on the seeking or something like that. But when you come to actually exporting it, what you can do is just, export as a WAV. Okay, and I'll just open this and play it in the background.
The Hyperaudio Lite Editor makes audio and video more accessible through the creation of captions and interactive transcripts. We use the DeepGrab API, which produces high-quality transcripts in double QuickTime. DeepGrab are offering 45,000 minutes of transcription.
So you saw there that this bit, the first step is to transcribe the content, was removed correctly and accurately, which is good. But even in this more precise sort of mixing down of the file, we started to catch just the start of DeepGrab there. So we've got deep. And so that is an issue probably with the timings itself. What we can actually do as a next step is look into the data. So we already have the data of the audio, and detect where there's a kind of gap between words. Not quite silence, but lower energy in the wave, in the audio wave, if you like. And we can just nudge those values to get a cleaner cut. So that's the next step. As far as the sort of the live version, yeah, I don't know, maybe there's a bit more work I can do there to make it a bit more accurate too. But at the moment, there's always going to be a slight amount of lag when you're doing it live. So it's just kind of an indicator. Yeah, so that's it. I can imagine it'd be useful for people who want to just quickly trim something down, say for a podcast or something like that. And the great thing is that it's done, all of it's done client side, so it's all happening in the browser, which means that, it makes it very, very scalable. And so, yeah, that's my little demo.